At this time, Charlie was still on his way to Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. After all, the airport is still a little far away from Kobayashi's, not as convenient as Ito Takehiko. Therefore, Ito Takehiko and his party arrived at Kobayashi Pharmaceutical one step ahead of Charlie. In the executive meeting room of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, Masayoshi Kobayashi had already instructed everyone not to mention anything about JXYZ, and first get the money from the Ito family. If after the investment of the Ito family, it is discovered that JXYZ suddenly emerges, then the Kobayashi family will have to unify their slogans. If they ask, they will say that they don't know, and the relationship will be cleaned up so that the Ito family will not be accountable. After all, it's just playing the Ito family. Ito Takehiko didn't know this. When he stepped into the meeting room, the entire management of Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals all stood up and applauded. They all respected him, making him immediately feel that his face was greatly respected. Masayoshi Kobayashi even surrendered the chairmanship of the conference room and said to Takehiko Ito, "Chairman Ito, please sit down." Ito nodded in satisfaction, sat down in the chair, and said with a smile, "I have always wanted to visit you, but there has never been a suitable opportunity. I see you here today. It is really a talent." Everyone was full of joy when they saw that Ito Takehiko gave everyone such a high evaluation. At this time, looking at Ito Takehiko's expression, it was completely like watching a boy who lost money. At this time, Ito Takehiko said again, "I have always been very optimistic about Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals, and I am very willing to support it to go further, so I came here today just to sign an investment agreement with you. Regarding my investment intentions, you should not. What's your opinion?" Kobayashi Masayoshi hurriedly said respectfully, "Chairman Ito, you can rest assured that we have reached a consensus before you come, and you are very welcome to invest in our company." Takehiko Ito nodded to prevent night-long dreams, and he said directly, "Well, I have had a lot of things recently, and I am going to leave Tokyo tomorrow, so we simply sign the contract now. If there is no problem, I will immediately notify the finance to arrange money." Kobayashi Masayoshi blurted out, "No problem. Absolutely no problem, we can sign a contract immediately." Ito Takehiko immediately said to Koichi Tanaka next to him, "Tanaka, take out the contract and show it to everyone." Koichi Tanaka immediately took out a few contracts and distributed them, introducing, "Everyone, the investment details are already written in the contract. We valued Kobayashi Pharmaceutical for this investment at $15 billion, and we are planning to invest $4,500 million, holding 30% of the shares. If you don't have any comments, we can sign the contract now, and we can arrange the financial payment immediately after the contract is completed." Everyone accepted the contract, and after reading it carefully, they found that there were no hidden terms and risks, and they all looked at Kobayashi Masayoshi and asked him to directly sign the contract. Kobayashi Masayoshi also wanted to settle this matter quickly, so he immediately signed his name on the contract with a wave of his hand in the name of the acting chairman. After the contract was signed, Ito Takehiko also immediately notified the finance company and credited $4.5 billion to Kobayashi Pharmaceutical's account. What is left is that the board members of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical must submit an application to the Commercial Management Department of Tokyo to officially change 30% of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical's shares to the Ito family. After hearing that the $4.5 billion had already arrived, Kobayashi Masayoshi was so excited that he shook hands with Ito Takehiko and said, "Mr. Ito, you will be a shareholder of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical from now on." Takehiko Ito laughed and said, "Don't worry, I won't interfere with your daily operations. You only need to do well and strive to become the world's top pharmaceutical company, and we will make money together." Kobayashi Masayoshi hurriedly said to the surrounding executives, "Come, everyone applauds, and welcome Mr. Ito to become a shareholder of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical." Everyone smiled and applauded. At this moment, the door of the conference room was suddenly pushed open. Charlie walked in first with no expression on his face, and said coldly, "What is the noise?" Everyone immediately looked at Charlie. Everyone couldn't help being dumbfounded. Who is this person? Why have I never seen him before? What are you doing here? Ito Shuhiko didn't expect anyone to come in and spoil the situation at this time, and snorted coldly. Who are you? Can you break into this place? Charlie looked at him and said indifferently, Old master, I am a major shareholder of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Can you say I can break through? Joke. Kobayashi said coldly, You are not from Kobayashi Pharmaceutical at all, so why do you say that you are a major shareholder? At this moment, Tanaka turned his head to recognize Charlie, and exclaimed, Mr. Charlie, why are you here? Seeing that he was here, Charlie snorted and said, Tanaka, you are really a bit lingering, how can I meet you everywhere? Ito Takehiko hurriedly asked Tanaka Koichi. Tanaka, do you know him? Hiroshi Tanaka hurriedly walked up to Ito Takehiko and whispered, President, this is Charlie who abolished Mr. Yamamoto Kazuki.